Hello, I'm Joan Jett. I play guitar and sing for the Joan Jett とでリードギターをしています。No, not lead guitar. Rhythm guitar. Rhythm guitar. Sorry. リズムギターをしております。
Joan にね、oh God. Oh boy. Okay, why don't you tell me about, oh, they all know you about very well. But why don't you tell me about how this band was made, huh?
Okay, in Hollywood, our drummer Sandy and I met our producer Kim Fallon at a different time during the week, and we got together, Sandy and I, and jammed, and it sounded really good. So the two of us got together, and Kim and Sandy and I found the other girl.
I see.
Are you portraying to be one of the tough women in rock and roll?
It's not an image at all, you know. I like sometimes when we do photo sessions, they ask me, what kind of image are you trying to project? There isn't any image. For me, I mean, what you see is what you get. That's where my rebellion stemmed from, you know, was saying, hey man, what do you mean girls can't play guitar? Girls have been playing cellos and violins and symphony orchestras for hundreds of years. You're telling me a girl can't play guitar? You know, so that's where my rebellion stemmed from, and the anger.
And from those days, didn't you? Because I mean, you had a pretty bad reputation.
Well, a lot from being a girl. You know, a lot of people we would meet. When I say a lot, I mean that's even minimizing it. Almost every place, it was just complete against it. You know, completely. I don't know if people were threatened by the fact that girls wanted to play rock and roll, sweaty rock and roll, just not. You know, it wasn't nice and clean and poppy and nice, and it wasn't nice, put it that way. And I guess everybody wanted it to be nice, but it was what it was. It was honest and it was real, and people couldn't accept it. And finally, the Runaways broke up. You know, in 1970. The Runaways? Whoa! I thought it was going to be something that everybody would. I guess in retrospect, when I look back, it's pretty naive of me to think that everybody would just welcome, you know, a bunch of teenage girls playing sweaty rock and roll with open arms. But I thought that people would be so blown away by something so different that they'd think it was really cool, you know, and they didn't. They didn't. People, once, like we do interviews and things like that, and people would come right out and say things like, so, you know, be really, really cynical and snide, going, so I guess this is like a fad thing you're going through, and you'll be, you know, you'll get bored after a year and you'll quit and you'll settle down and get married. And we were like, I mean, that question didn't bother us. You know, we were like, no, we're really serious about what we're doing. We want to make this our careers. Then people got really, you know, felt really threatened. So whatever writer it was, then all of a sudden, every name that a woman could be called negative, we got called. You know, just so they could get a reaction out of us, you know, get a few F words or whatever, and then they had their headlines, runaways, trash talkers, this and that.
You know, I've gone through a few close ones where, you know, the guy said, well, it's either the band or me. And, you know, when you hear something like that, at least to me, that was like, get out of my life.
Well, that's the toughest. Could you ever see yourself getting married?
No. These are all definites. No.
Why?
Because I mean, you know, I don't like to knock the American dream or anything, but, you know, I'm just personally not into, you know, I don't know what you're doing. What do you do? Sign a piece of paper, and there's a piece of paper binding you to a situation that you might not want to be in for the rest of your life.
Do you ever want to have children?
No.
Would you let your 15-year-old daughter go on the road?
Well, I don't have a 15-year-old.
No, but if you had
male groupies we get, I don't know what they want. You know, I don't know, because they don't talk. They're too scared to say anything to me.
So you a tough girl? I mean, I can handle myself if I need to, you know, but I don't go around looking for trouble.
How do you handle yourself?
Hit, punch. I whip out my little military tear gas can, the paralyzer, and squirt it. No, I never used that yet. Had no cause to.
But you've got one just in case.
Oh yeah, yeah, I've got one.
Joining us now are two young performers, up-and-coming stars in the new wave of rock music. Their names are Joan Jett, who is a singer and guitarist for the Runaways, an LA-based band composed of 5 girls, and Paul Weller, who, I beg your pardon?
4.
4? Strike that. They were 5.
Pretty nice. I mean, you sort of look back at this and you're like, I did all that. That's not a bad thing.
I don't understand. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, this is pretty amazing. I mean, if I, you know, I can't.
We have Joan, Jett, and Vicky Blue. How you doing?
Fine.
Are these stretching? What are you in?
60-yard dash.
60-yard dash. Are you great speedsters or are you long-distance runners?
Nah, we can hold our own, I guess.
In good shape?
Sure, pretty well.
We're looking for you to come through. Your team needs some points now.
The yellow team? We're doing good. We're winning everything.
Say the question again. I was just listening to what he was saying.
We rarely ask the question twice here, but I will make an exception tonight.
Yeah, but I was listening to what he was.
Oh, I know.
This can make me laugh.
Pretty scary sight, right?
It's a beautiful thing.
You know what? I'm not trying to tell you how to do lights or anything.
No.
Doesn't it get cold?
This will seem like a personal question, right? But you're standing there in your black leather gloves.
Yeah.
You know, and I've been watching a lot of videos today. There's a lot of black leather going on and stuff. Well, what do you like as a lover then? I don't mean in necessarily in the sack department. I just mean kind of like, you know, what's the kind of dynamic you have with? Are you in charge?
What do you think?
I've kind of figured as much there, Jett. But you're not. You can give me a bit more than that there.
Whatever I'm doing, I'm in charge.
All right. We'll take a question from the video phone, shall we? Yeah. Let's see what.
Who is this person? And then when she would get to the pronouns and say she, I got really interested.
Nothing permanent. There's no time. I mean, 時間がないからいわゆるこう継続的なものはないそうです。皆さんはそうですか Everybody? Well, you can find time to try. Yeah. 時間を探せばあるって言ってる。時間を探せばある。なるほどね。日本の。Got different boyfriends in each city we go to. That's not for your rule, Jackie. 違う町に行けばね、その町々でボーイフレンドがいるっていう意味ですよ。周りの人で。Speak for herself. Speak for herself. That's Jackie, not us.
It's that sort of, oh my God, she's gonna take me home and fuck the shit out of me. And it's scary, and it's not what people grew up with, and they're used to being the dominant one, and they're not used to girls using their sexuality in a way that they feel they own it.
Women shouldn't feel funny about getting up on stage and sweating and doing things like that, just as men shouldn't feel unmanly if they're emoting, if they have feelings, if they want to cry. I mean, you're literally cutting off half of who you are if you do that. So it's hard for me to agree with Chrissy on that.